wanted to show you a little project I had some fun with. We've had some issues with our bin in the back being used by unauthorized people. I don't mind so much the neighbors in this industrial complex, but people come on the weekends and dump stuff in it and stuff, and that kind of bothered me. So first we thought about adding a smart lock to these panels so that it would be locked and it could be opened on a schedule with your phone, or maybe we would put a button in the back of the warehouse that would unlock it for 5 minutes or something. But at the same time, of course, we have to accommodate the truck that comes once every couple weeks or so. So we would have to add a gravity sensor somehow, so that when I get picked up and tilted, it would unlock as well. So we thought about that, but we never got around to doing that. But it's kind of an interim solution, or something to have some fun with. I've just put a sensor on it, and I'm just going to show you how I did that now. So basically, we put a standard door sensor, one on the magnet on one side and the sensor on the other. So if either of these panels gets opened, it's going to open the contacts here that's used with a reed magnetic switch. Of course, we had to ruggedize the thing a lot, because it snows, it rains, it's cold, it's hot, and mostly because this thing gets banged around when it gets picked up, or when anybody opens any of these things. I'm going to show you outside in a minute exactly what it looks like. Alright, I'm just going to show you what I did to the bin to add the sensors. The camera is up there. This is the back of our unit. It's kind of a blizzardy day out today. But anyway, the bin gets picked up every couple weeks or so, and it would pick up that, and then when we use it, of course, when you open these, it picks up it sends a sensor note, and I'll just show you how I attach it. It has to be fairly rugged, as you can tell, because this thing gets slapped around when it gets opened and closed. In any case, this is the back of the two doors. So if you open either one, so one side has the magnet and the other side has the sensor. And this is just kind of a temporary idea to test the concept. But I just made a simple mount for the magnet. We added our own 1-inch magnet, and I made a simple mount for the contact sensor, and I wrapped it in a bit of silicone tape to make it waterproof, both the magnet and the thing. And we also had to modify the inside of the sensor to make it a bit more shock resistant. So if you open either one of these doors, of course, one will separate the magnet from the sensor, and the other one separates the sensor from the magnet, and then it'll just pick it up. And of course it has to be rugged, because you can see I'm going to shut it here. That's the hardest part, and that just, of course, it slams down, but it survived the rain and the snow and the slam so far. And that's it. So we kind of came up with a prototype where we ruggedized this, and this is the bridge. Basically, this is a 433 type sensor, which is a good choice because it's really basically off and sleeping until the contact is broken. Then it wakes up for a second and sends the notification to this. So this is the control module. Basically, this is a Wi-Fi board that's connected through an app, and it also has a second radio that connects to this, the 433 radio. So whenever this is opened, it activates, and there's a relay on here. It clicks. It's not connected to anything, but of course the app shows that, and then you can make decisions and get notifications and so on. Also, we kind of had to upgrade the magnet a bit because just the nature of this mechanics. This is only good for about a 1/4 of an inch spacing. You can pull that out, so it needs to be that close, and because of the mechanics of that, we needed something better. And this is good for about 1.5 inches, almost 2 inches, as you can see there. I'm not sure if you can see that red light, but it's going off and on with that. So there's quite a gap out there. And we had to put 3 of these powerful 1-inch magnets together. So basically you just take this and, you know, somewhere where it's going to pick up Wi-Fi and also where it's going to pick up the 2 radios. You know, it's good for 50 to 100 feet between these two, and you would put this in the building, you know, someplace close enough so that it could pick up the bin. Our bin is, you know, maybe 20 or 30 feet behind the back door of the warehouse. So I just put this in the middle of the building somewhere and just stuck this in the middle, and it was fine. And basically, you just plug this into a duplex receptacle. So I've paired this control module to the app, the eWeLink app. I've paired the contact sensor to the bridge, and I've set up notifications. Every time somebody opens that bin, I get a notification on my phone. I can check it's the bin as a device, and I've set up inching, so every time it turns on this relay, about 4 seconds later it just turns it off again, and that's when I get the notification. So when this opens up, the relay clicks off and on, I get a notification on the phone, and I can also go look at the logs anytime to see when it's last opened and closed. So, you know, yesterday somebody opened the bin at about 6:17. I think that might have been me. So the idea is that you get a notification. You can ignore it if you want and check later. You know, if it's during the day, it's probably just minor. But if it's a weekend thing, then you want to check. And then you would just go back to the camera. Well, there's the back camera. You can see the bin. So I'll just check the event log. So I just check the logs for the video clip that corresponds with the notification, and you'll catch various people using the bin. And here I've caught the neighbor using it. No big deal. Alright, this is what the notification looks like. So it turns off, I get a little notification, you know, bin has been opened. And also, I'm not sure if you saw it, but I also have a light in my office that I don't use normally, a lamp. And it goes off and on when the bin is open. So if I'm sitting here or somebody else can get notification as well that way, directly.